Hey guys, it's Ghost Queen. So I have two videos for you today. I'm going to have one on this channel and one on my paranormal channel. The stories sort of intersect a little bit, but I thought that one of the stories belonged better on my paranormal channel, so that is where it will land. So it's a beautiful Wednesday here in Louisiana. Don't mind my hair. The humidity is killing me. Killing me. It has been so hot and humid. This is the first time today where I can actually sit outside and be somewhat comfortable. Oh man, it's rough, I'll tell you. I remember last year saying this is my last summer in Louisiana, and here I am. I don't know. I prefer New England in the summertime. That's for damn sure. But I prefer it here in the winter. So I guess it evens out somewhere along the line. Yeah. So, a couple things to talk about today. It's an exciting time right now because we have Hexfest starting this weekend. If you haven't yet bought your tickets to Hexfest, get them now. It's your last chance. It's going to be an awesome event. There's a lot of fantastic speakers that are coming in to do workshops and lead workshops and give presentations and all sorts of things. It's going to be on a riverboat on the Mississippi River. It'll be fantastic. So the last I checked, there's still some tickets left, so you might want to go and snap them up before they sell out, people. It's gonna be a fun time. Now, I know several of the people that are presenting from online, and I'm going to be able to meet with some of them in person. I'm very excited about that. Hopefully that will be happening for me tomorrow. I'm going to head into town for the day and meet somebody for lunch and meet some other people at an event for the dinner hour. Looking forward to that. So yeah, Wayne and I have been swamped. I mean, everybody's busy this time of year. Let's face it, it's back to school. It's the end of summer, getting there at least, hopefully. And there's just a lot of things going on. It's a busy time of year. So we've been really busy for the past few weeks, as I'm sure many people have. But I'm still working on a whole bunch of stuff. I've already started working on my video, my next video for the 13 Reasons Why series. Thinking too fast for my mouth, that often happens. But yeah, I'm almost done with my research and everything I need to do for that video, so that will be coming soon. I was almost going to shoot it today, but I decided not to, and the reason why is I'm not just wearing sunglasses for the sun. My daughter Willow, unfortunately, I think used my eye makeup and had a case of pink eye, which I wasn't aware of, and gave it to me. Then I ended up, and I didn't think it was pink eye. Excuse me, I thought I was having an allergic reaction to falling asleep with some eye makeup on. So I didn't act on it. And then I cuddled with Willow in my bed, and Wayne in my bed, and then Wayne slept in there. Now he's got a raging case of pink eye. Okay, I had already cured mine. Then his case is just like out of control, really bad, and he's been working for the past 3 days during the day. So I knew he had it, and I knew I should stay away from him. Can I help myself? No. And sure enough, I'm like all over him in the bed last night, and now I have a raging case of pink. Well, I don't have a raging case. I have a little case of pink eye. So I'll just self-cure. But Wayne's so bad, I think I'm going to have to take him to get some antibiotic eye drops at the, urgent care clinic today when he gets home from work, because his is really bad. So, yeah. We're both dealing with some pink eye, but not a big deal. What are you gonna do? Shit happens. You gotta roll with the punches, right? So that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses when I don't have the sun raging in my face, because I don't want to show you my disgusting goopy gunky eyes. Juju's here with me, trying to get my attention because she gets jealous when I video, don't you, girl? Now, I have this beautiful little heart necklace that my daughter Willow made for me, symbolic of our love. You know, sometimes in life, some of the things that you have don't have any, huge monetary value, but the sentimental value is enormous. And, I don't have a lot of things like that. I'm sort of a non-materialistic person. I don't attach to stuff. If you've raised 4 children, you don't attach to stuff. You know better. I'll never forget when my oldest daughter, Rosalie, was wearing a pair of my Oakleys and was, she was in sailing lessons in Newport, and I don't know, she had lost her sunglasses or something, so I loaned her my Oakleys, and sure enough, they went in the drink. That's what happens. You can't attach to stuff, people. Trust me, you can't attach to stuff. It comes, it goes. Don't attach to it, okay? But if we do attach to stuff, usually if we attach to material things, we do so for a sentimental reason, not for a monetary one. Usually. Not everybody's alike, but that's how it is for me and a lot of people I know. So yeah, if your house catches on fire, you're usually not running in to grab the expensive TV or computer. You're usually running in to grab things that have sentimental value that can't be replaced. So most of us, when we grow up, we also learn that money can't buy you love. But not all of us. Some people, they learn their lessons later in life than others. But like I say, I can only speak from my own experience, just as everyone else can only speak from their own experience. That's how it works, people. So I'm still smoking. I'm getting very close to knocking it on the head because I'm getting the smoker's cough, and soon I'll have asthma, and fuck that. That's just not how I want to live. So I'm gonna have to quit soon, but I'm in the final days here of trying to smoke like a chimney, which is what I do when I'm gonna lead up to quitting. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have one. And I'm going to talk about how smoking does stain your teeth, okay? So Wayne and I were in Walmart on Sunday, and this story ties into my other story, which I'm going to tell on my paranormal channel. We were just picking up incidentals for the house, toiletries, some food products and whatnot, and I happened to see this. So I picked this up. Now, this is actually, it's called Active Now 24 Karat White. And what it is a teeth whitening product. And it is made from organic activated charcoal. It was pricey, not gonna lie. It was like $17 and change, I think. So I picked this up, and I have very sensitive teeth. I have sensitive skin. I have tons of allergies. I have to be really careful about what I put on my body, what I put into my body, the whole bit, or it gets out of control. So I picked this up. I thought it would work well for me, and it does. It has no flavor. I'm, obviously have a lot of sensory issues, so I'm very sensitive to flavors. All the senses, sight, sounds, all of it. So this works really well for me. It does not have a flavor. I was sort of almost really scared to try it because I was afraid it was going to taste so awful, but it doesn't have a flavor. And you just dip your toothbrush, you wet your toothbrush, you dip it in the powder, brush your teeth, and you're going to look like, a foaming at the mouth, tar baby pit demon, but and then it just rinses away. So it's great for Halloween probably as well, but I love it. It's a great product. If you want to whiten your teeth, I'd say this is the way to go. I only used it one time, but I could already see a difference, and I know with several applications it will probably work. But I'm the type of person that I have one thing that's for one thing, but I find another use for it, and such is the case here as well. Now, it is really a different time and age. You know, you can get anything you want over the internet. Anything. You can just sit in your house. You know, if you're one of those people that's sort of like, and I think I see a few of these people on YouTube, just saying, that really doesn't leave the house much, you know, and you just constantly want to be in the house and not go outside and not go into nature. And you know, there are people like that out there. I'm a nature girl, that's me, but not everybody's like that. You can just order shit off the internet. You don't ever have to even go out in the world. And it's great for people that are agoraphobic or whatever. I am also kind of like, I get a little wary about buying things online sometimes. Like, I like to see what I'm buying first. That's me. Like I say, doesn't mean everybody has to agree with me, but that's just how I am. So I like that we also have witchcraft stores that you can now go to and just see what's in front of you and see the quality, see what it looks like, whatever. Decide if you want to purchase something or not. Now, I tend to make a lot of my products myself, but you have the times when, you know, maybe you don't have the right ingredients that you need, or you're in a rush, whatever, and you just want to go into a store and pick something up and buy it. And we have those stores for that too, and that's great. Now, we often do go into town and shop at Hex, as you know. And the last time we were in town, Wayne picked up some black salt. Now, I normally make my own black salt, and I had just used the last of mine. And I do normally use charcoal when making my black salt. However, I usually just use like a charcoal briquette, and I just crush it up and whatnot. So I decided that this is what I'm going to be using to make my black salt. It's fabulous. Now, I don't know if you can see in there, it's just a black, very fine, very lightweight. Like, even in the 2 seconds of me opening this, you can see I'm getting it all over my fingers. I'm shaky from my arthritis, so don't mind my hands. But yeah, you can see, like, it's getting all over me. It's very lightweight, it's very fluffy. I just think it's gonna mix in really well and really blacken it up, because everybody likes a nice black salt, let's face it. Now, you can just buy black salt, you know, natural black salt, but a lot of people make their own. Now, when I am making my black salt, I like to use the big chunky rock salt. You can just buy this in grocery stores. I have boxes of it. I use this in my salt baths as well. I love that chunky salt. For me, as I'm grinding up the salt in my mortar and pestle, I'm also infusing my energy and my intentions into the work. So I like that it takes a long time to grind up the salt. So that's just part of it for me. Everybody's different. You do your thing, I'm gonna do mine. But I'm definitely gonna try to use this to make my own black salt. I'll probably do a video for that when I do. And if you're one of those bitches out there who's, you know, pretty fucking salty, and I know there's a few, maybe you want to check that video out. And that kind of leads me into my next topic. I want to talk about glass. I love glass. I love hunting for beach glass, sea glass. I spent my whole life collecting it, and I like little glass things you can find at antique stores and flea markets and that sort of thing. I'm really into glass. My mother has a beautiful collection of glass from my grandmother that I will eventually inherit someday. It's carnival glass. It's fantastic. I love glass, okay? Now, this is a little teeny bottle that I picked up, I think, at a flea market in, like, New Hampshire. I don't know if you can see it there. It's got, like, a sterling silver cap, which needs to be polished. But in it, I have moon water that I charged during a full moon. And I keep that on my altar. just so I always have water on my altar. In the heat here, water, it evaporates a lot more quickly than it does in New England. So this is just a safe keeping thing for me. I always keep that on my altar. Another time while we were at Hex, Wayne bought this little bottle. This is adorable. Now, it's got a little application stopper. You could use this for perfume. You could use it for essential oils. And it's sort of like, it looks like it's blown glass to me. I love blown glass. And it's got a pretty little golden aura about it. I really like it. Very cute. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of those for myself. And that leads me to my next piece I'm going to show you. Now this is Wayne's. It isn't mine. It looks like the cork is new. The bottle could be old. I don't know. I don't know anything about this piece. I didn't buy it myself. But it reminds me of a tear catcher. Now, if you've seen tear catchers, oftentimes they come on a necklace and they have some gorgeous antique tear catchers. And, you know, although they weren't really used for catching tears, that's just what they're called, tears have a lot of magical properties, just like any bodily fluid. And I have used tears before in spell work. And since there's so many crying salty bitches out there, crying your salty ass tears, you might need a few of these. Just saying, you might want to fucking stock up. Jesus Christ. Maybe you can get a discount rate. But I do love tear catchers. You know, maybe someday I'll buy one. I haven't found the need for one as of yet, but, you know, I'm quick. I'm quick. If I'm going to have a cry, I have a quick cry and I'm done with it. You know, I don't fucking cry for, you know, years. Just not my style. Tend to move on. So anyway, yeah, the last piece of glass I'm going to show you is something I picked up when I was in New England. And again, I'm different. Not everyone can think like me, and they shouldn't. You should all be you. Now, this was from my parents' wedding, okay? It's a champagne glass. It's got sort of like a rainbow, iridescent rainbow hue to it. And my parents toasted each other at their wedding with these glasses, but there's only one left. One got damaged and broken along the way, and I only have one remaining. But to me, it's sort of symbolic, and I value it nonetheless because my parents did divorce. I don't really have a particularly great relationship with either of them. So I see the single remaining glass as me. I was an only child and the product of their marriage. So even though the marriage didn't last, even though I don't necessarily love my parents all that much, I'm still here. I love me. It's all good. I've been through it. I processed it all. So the symbology of the single remaining glass from my parents' wedding, it has a lot of meaning for me, a lot of value. I value the experience, all of it. So yeah, this is very important to me. I've used this before in spell work. I oftentimes have kept it on my altar. Now, I mentioned Hexfest is this weekend, and there's going to be a lot of great presenters there. One of the persons who will be a presenter there gave me a little tip about something I should do when Patrick was trying to communicate with me one day. Now, if you don't know, Patrick is Wayne's brother who passed away in a horrific car accident, and, you know, at a very young age. So this is also why I say, you know, when it comes to the paranormal, we need people in the paranormal that are sensitive and empathic and sympathetic and compassionate and kind and loving and caring. You know, these are the type of people we want to see in the paranormal, because when you're dealing with people who have had a tremendous and traumatic loss, you need people that can be sympathetic and empathetic to that. Excuse me. And you don't want crass, harsh, cruel people having interactions with people that have had such a tremendous loss. It's just never a good mix. Trust me on that. So this gentleman suggested to me that I create an altar for Patrick, and I'm in the process of doing so. And so Wayne and I were out driving the other night, and I had asked Wayne a few days before that what Patrick's favorite alcohol was. Now, if somebody asked me that question, what's your favorite alcohol of all time, I would probably say Veuve Clicquot. You know, that's my champagne, that's what I like, that's my favorite. I ain't a basic bitch. Okay, so yeah, I like Veuve Clicquot, but Patrick was a beer drinker. He liked beer. I don't drink a lot of beer. I'm not a big drinker as it is, but you know, a few times a year probably is all I ever drink. But I can appreciate a nice cold brewski on a hot summer day. Maybe one, that's it. Just not a big drinker. So anyway, Patrick drank Rolling Rock. So we were out trying to find some Rolling Rock beer. Now we were driving around to like all these different stores. We couldn't find any. It was the weirdest thing. It's a pretty common beer. I don't know why we couldn't find it, but we couldn't. We were just having a hard time. But, you know, it was a beautiful night. We weren't in a rush to get anywhere. Wayne was blaring our love song on the radio in his brand new 2019 car that he's all tickled pink over, and you know, he's all excited. He has a brand new car with a new car smell and all the bells and whistles and safety features, and he's very excited about his new little toy, and I'm happy for him. He works hard, he deserves it. So yeah, he was excited about the car, and I'm always excited to just spend some time with Wayne. So we were happy. And it didn't matter. We were just driving around trying to find Rolling Rock beer. So eventually we did. We went to like, I don't know, 4 stores, 5 stores. Finally found some Rolling Rock. So we picked up a 12-pack of bottles, because that was the smallest they had, and brought them home. And I will be leaving some on the altar for Patrick, but I'm also going to just have a sip right now to Patrick. I'm really sorry I didn't get to meet you in person, in the flesh, when you were alive, but I love you nonetheless, and I know you love me because I can feel that love. So even though you're not still here seemingly, I know you're still here, and I almost feel like I know you because Wayne has told me so many stories about your childhood and all the things that you did together and that you like to do, and who you were as, well, were and are as a human being. And I know we would have hit it off. So I already love you. I don't need to meet you in the flesh. So I'm going to pour one to you, Patrick, in my champagne glass that has a lot of meaning to me, a lot of sentimental value. And even though it isn't Veuve Clicquot, I'm going to treat it like it is. Here's to you, Patrick. Cheers. I'm dribbling. It's been so long since I tasted beer. But as I say, a nice cold brewski on a hot summer day can be refreshing. It really can. So, someday I will be drinking Veuve Clicquot out of this glass. I promise you that. And the one thing about victory, It does taste sweet. Very sweet. So, I think that's pretty much all I have for today for this video. Just remember this. If you give someone enough rope, eventually they're gonna hang themselves. They just can't help it. It's in their nature. It's like the scorpion and the frog. Another tale. Google that one. I can't help it. It's in my nature. People, I would never let anyone bully me. You shouldn't either. Would you let anyone bully your child? Or would you stand up for your child? Would you let anyone bully yourself? Would you stand up for yourself? Don't ever let a fucking bully win. They're pieces of shit. Okay? Don't ever be afraid. And if you ever need help, you come and see me. Because I'm never afraid of a fucking bully. Never. Love you guys. Check out my other video on my other channel if you're so inclined. If not, that's okay. Have a great day. Excuse me, gotta quit smoking. Have a great day. I will see you soon. Lots of good videos coming. And until next time, I bid you adieu.